So this is Kal Kat, the Kal Katster, and I have finally watched Rocketman, the Elton John movie, sort of musical biopic, loosely based on the Elton John story. I assume he got some sort of permission because he's still around, and that yeah. So basically, it's the life and times of Elton John, the Yellow Brick Road guy. Also, later on, the Lion King songs that were kind of garbled, and the Diana song, which was originally the Marilyn Monroe song, a bunch of other stuff. He as well known around here as Queen. Also from England. I would say even go so far as to say the reigning king of soft pop music. Still alive, so yeah, he's the one. So pop rock music. He really wasn't an Elvis type rocker. He was more of a pop showman type rocker. So glamour suits and stuff. He's the critics really loved it. By the time I got around to seeing it, it'd been out for 2 weeks, and I saw it during the week. So, granted, during the week, I don't think it's doing very well because when I went to see it, there was nobody in the audience. There were 3 people with me. That's it. I think the battery was. I think it's recording. It was fine. I wouldn't say it's 91% of Rotten Tomatoes though. I'd say it's about 80. It's fine. It's 3.5 stars. It's 4. It's not 4 stars. It's not excellent. The character is portrayed as kind of obnoxious, and at times that can be grating on the. Once he's like an aggressive character in the story, maybe he actually is. I don't know. I don't know how accurate that is, and now that it's been out for a while, I don't see any point in looking it up, really. It's basically his life and times from the 70s, late 60s, the 70s on, to roughly, I guess, when he swore off drugs and cocaine and everything, around 1887 or so. So, Elton John. Alright, so yeah, musical movie, Elton John movie. They show various things out of. I don't think they actually happened the way they did in the movie, like when he's got his producer, dumps his producer, gets the other guy, they go to this weird, there's like a party in LA that happens, and then years later there's sort of a kind of a sex party, I guess, sex and drugs party. Kind of looks like an MTV video or something. I don't know if that happened like that. I don't know if the swimming pool scene actually inspired Rocketman or not. I don't think it did. I think Rocketman was a little earlier because Shatner was already making fun of it in the early 70s. So, yeah, and Yellow Brick Road, I don't know if that was inspired by the almost breakup of him and his brother or friend. They weren't lovers; they were just friends. He had a lover as well, and he was married briefly, but then divorced. But yeah, and whether that lined up with anything, I don't know. But he is bi. He says he's gay, but he's bi. So but now he's married to a guy and has adopted children and. So it was years later, but yeah, so he's sobered up, and actually his voice changed in around 87 as well. And another thing that was thrown off in Bohemian Rhapsody, for some reason, somewhere, I heard or read or something, that it was going to end with Live Aid as well, and then this movie was pulled back and that was, but that doesn't happen. In this movie, it ends with another song that I'm Still Standing, which is earlier than Live Aid. That would be 1981 or so. That was on MTV. I remember that song. So that was a little before that. Live Aid was a little after. So yeah, it does not end with Live Aid. It ends with I'm Still Standing. Spoiler, yeah. Uh, so yeah, I don't know why people were thinking it was going to end in the same place just because Queen, Freddie Mercury was gay and this guy was gay, and they're from England. Why they would? I don't think the director did end it with originally the other thing. I don't think it was even related. Um, One part where they float the troubadour. Of course, they must have been high. Yeah, there was a. He said every drug known to man. The actor was fairly good as Elton John. He wasn't the guy playing Freddie Mercury in the other movie, but he was fairly good. He was alright as Elton John. He didn't mess it up or anything. Yeah. So Elton John is a flamboyant character, and yeah, he did some of those Lion King songs in the '90s, which they're infamous on at least the audio tape for being garbled to the point of you can't understand them. And Menken and them rewrote the lyrics so that you could understand them because you really cannot understand them. Even the CD version is like, what are they saying? I have the CD version just now. Yeah, and it's like he is kind of garbling the words in that one. So his voice had changed at that point, so it was a little different, hard to understand him. But yeah, the all those classic stuff, Elton John stuff, easy listening songs as well as light rock songs. Uh, he didn't have a 6 hour long one, a 6 minute long one, but at least he Bohemian Rhapsody. He didn't have that, but did have some other famous chart topping songs. So yeah, it's a musical fable kind of thing. I think they call it that in the preview. So yeah, it's loosely based on his life. It's not. Yeah, his parents were kind of jerks. Apparently, both of them. His mother figured he was gay, and then she kind of sloughed him off. I don't know if that actually really happened over the phone or whether that happened later. Or they changed it, or I don't know. Visiting the father who got remarried and had kids, I don't know whether that happened that way. It depends on whether they took liberties. You feel that they're British and stuffy anyway as parents. So this guy being a... See, how old is Elton John? He's got to be a baby boomer. Yeah, he's got to be not really like a yeah, he's got to be like a hippie age guy. He's got to be in his 70s now, I would think. Yeah, so yeah, he would have to be. Yes. So yeah, so not just at the end of the hippie thing. Yeah, so a little younger than 70. But yeah, it's fine. It's all right. But it was, yeah, it's a fine movie. So yeah, go see it while it's still in theaters or rent it on Blu-ray. Yeah, the Elton John movie. Yeah, Rocketman. Well, the song is only in there once. It's odd that they called it that. Except that he's superstar, the reigning king of pop, or grandfather of pop, or whatever. Current king of pop, because who can really say that they are at this point? Can't think of anybody that is the reigning king of pop. He hasn't done anything in a while, but still, yeah, yeah. And if you go and say, no, the Beatles, no, they broke up. Elton John was still doing stuff until probably the 90s. He actually did a concert that introduced Lady Gaga in the 2000s. So he's still doing stuff, but he's retired from touring. So yeah, he introduced Lady Gaga, which is interesting. So that's yeah. Yeah, among other things. But Lady Gaga is LGBT friendly, but not necessarily LGBT. She's friendly to him. Yeah, she has a husband, I think. Anyway, so yeah, so not that matters. It's 2019. Yeah, so anyway, so it was fine. I didn't object to any of the stuff in it. It did show a little bit more of the... there were a couple love scenes in it that might make the prudish people go, eee. They didn't really show anything. Guy making out with a guy. So what? It's 2019. Yeah, so... Anyway, so... That's her review.